your potential. It's simply impossible to be genuinely happy. You are not genuinely yourself. You must be yourself if you want to experience your true purpose in life. Many people don't like it.
There's bears out here.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. This live early because we got some price action where Bitcoin at its lowest point, I believe it was down 10%. Yeah, so this is kind of just like a continuation of yesterday's stream. I'm done pulling the plug, whatever the dude said on the Tangia. Yeah, that's bearish pin bar on the daily that kind of was there, and wow, that's some nice follow through. And you just gotta really admire the fact that you see the structure. That measure move was hit intraday, not for long. The weekly, 618, you can't make this up. There it is, dude. It's not random, it's there. And this is exactly where Bitcoin in 2019 topped out. It went up 311% in 176 days, goes from 33.43 all the way to 14K, the 618 from the high to low, the previous high to low. And that was it. That was it. We never saw those levels again for at least a year and a half or something. It was wild. It was a long time. So I'm not saying that's going to be the exact same outcome. I'm just saying the 618 must be respected. It must be admired. It must be noted from the high to the low. 61.8% retrace. You're just happening to get your most violent reaction you've seen of the entire run since October at this level. Okay. At the same time, it was overhead resistance that we knew. I mean, that was also a thing. March 28th, 2022. It was a high. An overhead resistance, one of your last ones until at least 51.6 and then 60K, 58K. Yeah, I mean, nothing goes up straight forever. And the only thing that kind of is worrisome, unless, you know, you might get some crazy rally here on the weekend. It might not be as bad by Monday, but or Sunday, or, you know, like 2 days, 2 hours when this closes. But you don't really want it to be closing as is, because this is the, remember the 4-hour pin bar? Remember the daily pin bar? Well, it might be turning into a weekly bearish pin bar, which is like at the 618. That's terrible for more short-term upside. It's just not good. That is a pure, powerful Japanese candlestick reversal. Flip the chart over and you'd be saying the same thing. Wow, dude, at a 618 retrace, a bullish pin bar is developing. But this is where we are. I mean, you know how critical 42K is based on the price action we've had there. It's between 40K and 42K. I mean, this is so important of a level that goes back to 2021. A little bit more visible on the daily. First time January 2021. It was, all right, it was resistance, 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 support, support, resistance. And they're trying to defend it again. You do not want this to not be defended. They're going to try, and they're since it's the weekend. If it's fallen below 40,665 on the weekend, something's really wrong. So I'll just tell you, back to critical areas after hitting 3 targets, all within a few $100 ranges of each other, and that's it so far. Still haven't put in a lower low, not even from the low of December 29th. Nor the one from mid-December. So you're still technically maybe okay, where think about them pivoting this thing here and running it. Wow, that'd be legendary. It's just, it normally feels hopeless on, you know, when the candle's so far down, the Bitcoin being down 9% or whatever, 10%. Yeah, it almost feels like, oh, send it to 30. You know, that's let the emotions come in, but you're still at this level. And I wonder if they're going to defend it. That's the big question. The question of the sermon today. Will the buyers defend 40,665, 42K? Will they do it? Well, they just tried initially. Yeah, there's going to be limit bids, limit buys set up there, I'm sure. Maybe shorts covering there too, because it's an inflection point, congestion area. Can y'all hear me? Is this good? Make sure that on track. And this is why it's important to know your Japanese candlestick patterns. This is why I like kind of stopped the stream to just do education on, because these things like Japanese candlestick patterns at inflection points that catch some follow through with candle closes lower than the close here, it, you know, really gives them validity. I mean, those are like, they can turn into stuff like this. You don't know at the time. It doesn't look good though. One high, the second high, and it's, yeah. You could have saved yourself a lot of money. You just said, you know what, man, no one's buying. The bearish pattern happened. We hit all those 3 targets confluent with each other. It might be a good time to just maybe know that probably where we're going short term. Remember, it's not like, oh, we're going to 0, we're going to 10K. It's just, remember, what a run since October. Nothing goes up straight forever. And what a good area for a reversal to happen at this area. It makes sense. Okay, this is the most violent candle we've seen since December 11th, and it is more violent. certainly more violent. And since then, I don't even know the last time we saw such a violent red candle. Not to this level. Been a while, probably since August. Yeah, it's a pretty nasty one. Welcome to the effing show, chat.
This was all this legal. Absolutely not.
But my 100K, Kathy Wood said conservative estimates are 300K. BlackRock, you know, it was the feeling. It was a weird feel. It was, you had some technical backing with the Japanese candlestick pattern hitting levels, but it was also the fact after doing that, the amount of froth of normies that you don't hear from them. You have to understand, the composite operator beckons them. It is legit like the ring of power. He will move the price to such a level. He will create so much buzz and hype via media. All his buddies work in the media industry, that it will beckon the people and they won't even understand what's happening. They'll just say, I'm missing out. I've got to have this now. Because it's everywhere. Everyone's talking about it. The media's, okay. Yeah, put on the ring and see what happens. You just become what? Hammerhand. The ring consumes you and you get destroyed like the next day. Okay, so that's your Bitcoin update. Down $4,000 on the day, just about. At its lows, you saw 41,438. Jeez, so $1,000 swing. You can't even tell $1,000 swing, and just a, I don't know, 2.28% swing in 20 minutes or so. Again, it's already down so much. It's hard to see that, but all right, let us move on. That's your corn. Here's your Ethereum. Well, I mean, you know, dude, 2,600 was the top of the supply line or near it. It was a trade setup target, like the exit. I mean, just for the swing trader, you know, managing risk at an inflection point, recognizing a pattern, target 1, target 2, and you pull back. But you're only down 4.66%, so massively outperforming Bitcoin and still above 2,400, which I think is a big deal. It'd be nice to see a back test. Let's formally back test that level. Let the market participants realize it is actually a support now, and then run again. But yeah, I mean, it's hard for anything to do anything with Bitcoin dumping like that. You've got major red across this board. You know, there's only one thing on my watch list that's up. Or two things. Litecoin somehow up, holding in there. And then Unibot. 3 minutes for 1K swing. Yeah, those are conditions that are violent. That's extremely volatile. Maybe it's just a lack of liquidity. You know, you're just, again, you know what this level is. It is so important. That's why it's plotted in gray. So again, congestion areas, there's going to be people, again, taking longs. They're going to have limit buys set up. They're going to be covering their shorts. All kinds of things going on at areas of congestion. Okay, so that's your Ethereum. Really nice to see this uptrend being pretty much perfectly respected. I mean, it hit it again today. Like, it kind of hit it for the first time today. I think maybe yesterday it did too. But yeah, that's you're working on a bearish engulfing candle. But yeah, what if you're in a channel, right? If this is an uptrend, the bottom is considered oversold, the top is considered overbought. So it's really not a big deal. It's just kind of normal price action, channel price action. Someone got liquidated for $3 million at 42.5, where the price is currently standing. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that's what will happen. So let's just say, you know, from the highest high, from the tip top, where somebody out there, I know it wasn't you, but there was someone out there that actually bid on Bitcoin at $49,000. Someone did it. They probably market bought. They didn't know what they're doing. They just, oh my God, it's going, buy. Since then, Bitcoin has lost 15.6% of its value. One day, 8 hours. One day, 7 hours. We got 1 hour to go till 8. So life comes at you fast when you FOMO in at the golden retrace, 100% measure move, symmetrical triangle, and overhead resistance 48.2. Yeah, life comes at you really, really fast. The normies didn't even have a chance, dude. They probably already selling low. They're probably like, they lost 15%. They're just like, okay, I'm selling. I can't take this. I can't take these losses. I'm out. And they're selling at some sort of inflection point, a support. So, yikes, dude. It's just how it's almost like typical behavior. This is how it goes. All right, let's move on to BNB. Only down 4%. And probably not a flag. I'll just be real. It's down slipping solid. It's probably not though. You're working on your lowest daily candle close since December 25th. I just have this plotted because it's like that's all we got, right? You got 1 and 2 on the top, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. Okay, it could very well break that, and you could be headed out. Remember, no real back test. 256, 257. I think that could be a target eventually. Not really. I'm not like, hey, I'm looking for BNB to go long. Not really, dude. So just looking at it, it's one of your largest cryptos. Negative Momo at its highest point. Jeez. Since June. So 7-month highs on negative momentum. Or I guess 7-month lows on whatever. You know, it's highs on the lows. Highs on the negative. Okay. BNB, not too bad. It's only down 4%. Nice to see. Also get XRP down 5.6%. They just can't. Sorry, dude. Do not pass go. Do not collect. 589. Back below the 200-day simple moving average. Back below 58.5 cents. But really, just not as bad as you'd think. I mean, like after looking at Bitcoin, you'd imagine, dang man, all these altcoins are screwed. And it's like, no, they're only down like half as bad. So you'd imagine probably based on looking at this, you'd think, bad day for Bitcoin dominance. Probably got wrecked some more. Right? Just looking at this, you don't even have to see the Bitcoin dominance chart to know. Good. Yeah, back to the 200, man.
I have some evidence Van Bear Pig could be in this area.
Sorry. Wrong tongue clip. Yeah. I mean, like left shoulder, head, right shoulder, momentum shifting. But until they take out this 51.29% level, you're probably fine. No edge. Good luck. You're in this long, well-established uptrend. I think even if you continue to sell off, you'll end up probably still making higher lows than 48.8%. And that's it. All right. I forgot. Let's ask Jonathan his thoughts. Jonathan, how's everything going? A lot of chaos today, but what do you think about totals reversing so violently?
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
Please clap.
All right, here it is. Totals. Well, remember, you mean you hit the levels. You hit it. You hit both from one level to the next almost nonstop. Potential reversal area ends up becoming the reversal area. Unbelievable, man. You know, they took it one more time. Good Lord. Yeah, dude, that's it. Working on your lowest daily candle close since January 7th. Oh my God, the world is ending. Back inside this like channel or so, which you whipsaw it out. Oh boy, when you whipsaw out, you might whipsaw out the other way next. So I would believe it. I mean, dude, this is just ridiculous. You have waves, you have impulses. You go on a wave, and the wave concludes eventually with exhaustion, and then you have a smaller wave that actually is meaningful, that it's like a real retrace, like from a low here to a high. Or you could say, forget it, the ultimate low right there, low to high. You only are making a 23% retrace. So you now have valid Fibonacci anchoring points. So the common retrace zone for anything traditionally, okay, traditional targets for retraces, gonna be between the 382 and the 618, the golden zone, they call it. The 618 is the golden retrace, exactly what Bitcoin hit on the weekly. So you've just, I mean, there's just now validity after this flush. So if you were just going to do what a traditional asset would do on a common retrace, if a top gets put in, this is normally where you head to before you pivot and rally again. So I don't know. We'll see. It's just the beginning. Could be so shallow and they just run it again. Okay. Kathy Woods. Kathy Woods hype. No, I don't use Elliott waves, man. It's okay. It doesn't invalidate them. Doesn't make them bad. I just, they're not really something that I utilize wave structures, but I use the harmonic framework. I just don't use the same type of framework as the Elliott waves, and that's fine. And the ABCDs, all that. Okay, so there's your like kind of crypto rundown, man. It's the crypto rundown. If we want to, we can just take a gander at Sol. I really am hating the way Sol on the daily to me is super bearish, at least potentially super bearish. Okay, you now on the daily have an undeniable distribution structure. I mean, I can't even believe how real it is, how real it looks. Like classic distribution, you've just made your third high. I would wait for $58. I think like if this plays out, Sol goes to 58.58 for another back test. Okay. That I can't even believe I can see this on the daily. It's probably like a textbook work of art on the 12-hour. Shoot, hold on. Let's look at the 12-hour so you can just see its glory. It's fantastic. This is beautiful, man. This is art. Someone's painting art right now. Oh my God, it's like one of the most beautiful distribution structures I've ever seen in my life. On Sol. I think your confirmation is right here at 85, 86. Let's say $85. Once that breaks, $58 target. My God, it's gorgeous. You've seen enough of these. Like, you flip this chart over. If I saw this mother of God classic accumulation, I know the trend is not your friend really, but dude, this is like over the course, I don't know, it's only 2 weeks. About 2 weeks structural development. So, but I'm just saying on this time scale, it looks brilliant for downside, but all right, and before, someone, to one man's opinion of it being classic distribution, another man would say, no, bro, it's bull flag. It's a bull flag, bro. It's like, all right, that's your opinion, man. RSI, they tried once, and now they're about to test the bearish control zone again on this time scale. Yeah, we breaking 40 for real. I could certainly imagine. So it's got the stopping power. If it's gonna play out, I mean, again, it's not really valid until you're breaking 85 with some price action and follow through. But look at the way the oscillators are set up with the negative momentum beginning to build again after almost nothing, after a lower high. Pathetic bearish convergence. And then that RSI is just, you're not close to oversold. So if you if this like structural development played out, there's plenty of downside until you get to what we would consider oversold conditions, where normally you don't stay long oversold. So we'll see. It's down 9% today. Prayers for Sol. If you're a Sol holder, prayers, because this isn't really what you want to see technically on your chart. Well, wow, dude. Bitcoin hitting a key inflection zone from history that is undeniable. Been plotted here for years. And some bids come in. Oh yeah. There are going to be people covering their shorts, taking profit on that, and people, which makes them cover, they buy back. And you also have people that are just scalping long. Yes, at inflection points, there is inflection. People are doing things there. So you cannot be surprised, this gray zone, as it's been tested and tested and tested and flirted with and defended, might do it again. Remember, Bitcoin down, it was down 10%, man. Of course, some relief coming in a little bit. We're in power hour.
It's time for Power Hour.
I hope this all fails. I hope, like, when I'm looking at, dude, it was a bull flag. It was bullish consolidation, man. I hope so. Because if not, $58 target on Sol. And that's okay. It could do that, and there's no big deal. It's just a correction. It could pivot there and run again. Eventually see 124, 125 in a couple months. I'm just saying. Ugh. Okay. That was like a larger crypto, right? I don't know, man. Like Filecoin. Really not that big a deal. I mean, you know, probably going for... Dude, imagine on File if you were blessed enough to receive something like this. Oh my God, a potential double bottom at an inflection point in an uptrend. And then, you know what you'd get on the oscillator if it came to pass? You know you'd be getting on the oscillator. You'd be getting bullish divergence at an ice line and an uptrend on File. Dude, it would be insane. So they could be setting up for really good low risk entries in uptrends. But this just means probably Bitcoin needs to continue to sell off or whatever. But man, there's maybe opportunity knocking soon. Only if we get another test. Give me one more test, dude. Okay. Wait for the edge. Wait for the things we look for on charts every day. Wait for them to develop. You can't force these things, man. If you force it, that's called getting played by the market. Waiting for things to develop the way we know them to be, that's called playing the market. And that takes tremendous amounts of patience and time. Matic was just, oh my God, we're going to do it. And then just kind of rolls over down 7% today, back below 89 cents, which again was the first target of the trade setup posted back in October. Just sideways, man. Again, you've already done the double bottom, kind of hidden divergence, but still, even if things got bad locally right here, if you got something like this, you can't, it's all local, right? Like you wave down. If you got something like that, you get the same type of potential divergence. Man, you could have a decent setup on the 12 hour. So they just have not come to pass, and they may never come to pass. Bitcoin Cash, that was, man, really doing things. And then, you know, this morning Bitcoin rugged, and so all the altcoins rugged too, but Bitcoin Cash saw its highest price last night since July 4th of last year. Only thing I kind of worry about, and like it's probably not a big deal, but maybe it is like I did look at it and it's kind of weird, but is it harmonic traders? Why are you doing this to me, man? Why must you give me a perfect 618 on B, a high or low on C, then a 1414 confluent with the 786? Oh, God, it's like perfect. It's weird looking, kind of, but it's perfect. And it reacted at the 786 1414. Man. Jimmy, go watch the stream from yesterday. You're asking, why did Bitcoin do a stupid dump? It wasn't stupid. In fact, it was to get stupidity out of the market. The normies, man. The normies were here. They were market buying everything crypto related due to the news, and there were just no bids. Bearish pin bar, and then follow through, and then no one was buying. This is getting weird, man. This is getting real weird. And then it was down $3,500 from that area to the low. Well, Jimmy, that's unfortunate. Go rewind. So I just hope that whatever I'm looking at, it's just a bad dream. This Gartley here is, no big deal. Good reaction. Type 1 now. All right. other things. That just everything was just, let's look at ETC. That if you're an ETC guy or gal, you're just sitting. What do you? If you're in ETC, you're like,
You worry too much. Everything is beautiful. There's nothing to worry about.
still extremely elevated off the insane markup breakout of 2450. And yeah, you'd think a pullback to backtest one of these levels, whether it's the old supply line of the ascending broadening formation or the backtest of the key inflection points from history, you think that would be awesome. But again, you may never get it because someone bought and they're not giving it up yet. As you know, a lot of people gave up on their Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, their XR. They sold, not here. There's still somebody that bought and they're not selling. Not really, because if they were, then this price would be way lower than. It's down 2.4% with the macro. Bitcoin seeing as low as 10% today. It's extremely powerful right now. Congrats to ETC for its outperformance lately. ETC, look at Litecoin because it's up somehow. Oh man, see that it's up, but it's not really doing anything that indicates good yet. In fact, it could be indicating the worst thing you could ever imagine, where it runs up, it's holding now. I hope it, dude, like if Bitcoin, you know, on the new day, very well this weekend could definitely rally, man. It's pretty nuclear on 60-minute time scale, 4 hour. Oversold, but man, just like until you're taking out these highs, you can't really be that excited yet. It could just be another lower high than the high from December 27th, and that's lower than the high from December 10th, and all of them rivaling the high from November 11th. This is pretty awful, you know, to be a participant in Litecoin, where you know what's happened to Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then you were like losing money, and then you're still not up. Really, it's tough, man. But nevertheless, $66, which is the most important price on this entire chart right now, has been defended again. It's tough, man. Like no one, like it could be like, you know, hey, remember it was the shark, and the shark did. This was an 886, and it would a reaction. So maybe you get a type 2 at some point. But yep, it's up. I can't believe it. Up 0.75%. Oh, there's the shark. My God, yeah. Still, you still, yeah, lower high, the dump, but then like again, you're not. The 200-day moving average is acting as a resistance too. Good God! Until you're breaking that and back testing it, and you're staying above it, you just come on, man. It's really rough. There wasn't really an edge either when it did react like that. There was nothing. I mean, the most ideal situation here would be something like this. Like kind of a type 2, but stays around 66. And then maybe something like that would be freaking crazy for a chance. But man, they're really just Litecoin trading at the same price it was at August 16th. Imagine saying that on Bitcoin. Not all crypto is related, or they're not all created equal via price action. So I guess we look at oh yeah, Unibot's up 3%, man. Well, Unibot, hey, remember that time $100? Remember? Don't act like you don't remember. $100. And what did it say? It saw 99.77 before the pullback today. Legend, freaking legend, man. So that's like that would be target 1 if it ever caught its footing. It's holding up today. If it could keep its footing together above 77, you test that again, you break it 150. But someone out there was accumulating this asset undeniably. It's like you understand the same. What I'm doing is the same thing as what I did on Sol. So Sol went on this crazy run, right? It's been uptrending. It's been killing it up 200+%. And then this develops over time methodically. The lower high, all proportionate to each other. structurally very sound. And look what happened. Like another lower high comes in, more distribution, such a lack of demand that the buyers were unable to even rival the inflection zone, which is, again, a sign of weakness. Inverse, sign of strength for the run. So, yeah. Okay, but my Unibot. All right. So the SPY. I'm gonna get out of here soon. Whatever. I don't even know if this stream's live. So, yeah, the S&P was up 0.07%, down 0.21% after I said flat near all-time highs. That's it. Maybe hidden divergence of some sort, but meh, I don't. It's hard to trust something. I mean, you got to break it for real. This could just be a massive double top on the weekly, monthly. So, high risk, man. You're buying at the highest highs in human history. If you're like, I'm gonna take a long on the SPY, okay, you're paying premium, like 99.9% premium on this asset or on this index fund. Dow Jones down 0.31%. It's just stagnating up here. The bids came in, but they're just, again, it's getting weird. Kind of like you're overstaying your welcome. The run happened. You might be like, again, everything's waves, right? This wave has not had any correction. No 236, 382, 50%, 618 pullback. You think it's coming at some point at all-time highs? I would definitely believe it. It's, again, you're gambling and you're pushing your luck. Like yesterday, you were pushing your luck on Bitcoin. That verbatim said, right? Pushing your luck. You're pushing your luck on the Dow Jones right here for more short-term upside. It keeps having great, man. My God, but got to get where we are. NASDAQ, same thing. It's just elevated. 786, I think. Still high to low. You have 786. I mean, you could be headed to 15.4 to test the 886, and that would complete a colossal shark pattern. There's your shark. Still have not yet seen the pattern completion zone, price reversal zone. It is marginally higher. So waiting on that. This will be the biggest harmonic, I think, probably in the history of the NASDAQ. No doubt about it. So the size of the structure is renders me incredulous, right? 826-day large harmonic developing. And then, well, I mean, again, and before number go up, and who cares, but from a high to wherever the potential high is going to be, you're working on bearish divergence on the weekly. Whatever, you know, okay, number go up. I'm just going to roll my face across the keyboard, buying the NASDAQ, dude. Yep, all right, it'll work out.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
Thank you. You know, small caps got hit today. Not really too bad. Down 0.17%, 0.27% after hours. Yeah, another failed breakout of a range. Eternally stuck between the range of $163, $200. You're on the top end of it. I mean, like from here, if there is no pullback or check back of 199, 200, no up thrust back test, then an easy target of 177, and then the 170, low 170s. Well, no edge, just negative momentum at its highest level since March 2023. Lowest RSI reading since November. Meh. And then gold, I really, dude, I mean, there was unbelievable that just the fact that that's staring your face, so incredible bearish divergence and all these failures to break resistance, yet they're so resilient. Like there's just, wow, they're putting in the highest low of the entire rally. The highest low pretty much in human history. There's never been a low put in right here at 2019. When? A peak, yeah, resistance. There was never a point where market participants at this level were pivoting. The selling and they're buying here, and you're rallying. It's never happened. Highest low in human history on gold confirmed today. Okay. The bearish divergence is unable to really play. It's not playing out. I mean, if that's it, then that means massive underperformance. So gold's been doing things, man. Paying attention. Wow. Figured it would be lights out for gold back to 1920 off divergence that powerful. But no, not yet. So could be too much demand. Someone else is in control of this market. It's not the sellers. Maybe the buyers are not really that exhausted. If this keeps up, have your alerts set up for sure. Oh yeah, let's do it, man. Let's just all together, one at a time. Kathy Woods. Gah! Oh my God. Remember, listed at $49.90, about $50. Currently at $43.86. You want to see the weekly? Here's your weekly. Wow, man. Wow. Down after hours, 2.2%. Could imagine because of Bitcoin spot. Yeah, that'll happen. All right, ARCB, FBTC. Really? In that way? FBTC. Yep. What a weekly close. Down 6.2% today after hours. Down 2%. And that's going to be the case for every single one. BTCO. Destroyed. Down almost 3% after hours. Wow. What a start. HODL. VanEx. Wow. Down 6%. Almost 3% after hours. Gross. EZBC. Down 6%, not after hours though. GBTC down 5%. Yep, man, that's going to do it. Down 3.3% after hours. So I think this would probably start catching some pullbacks for sure, just based on the fees and if people are going to reallocate from GBTC into others. But this still has the largest volume and liquidity. BitB down 6.2%, almost 3% after hours. Okay, DeFi. 6.5% after hours. That's a nasty, nasty bearish. That's a shooting star. Definitely a shooting star. Not a pin bar. And you'd be like, wait a second, it's got the wick. It's not a pin bar because the rule is on the pin bar, there has to be a green candle and the body of the pin bar has to be contained within the pin bar. Okay. Literally, the perfect textbook example was right here on Bitcoin. See the body of the pin bar contained within the green candle? That's what makes, that's another key characteristic that gives it validity. So this is just a shooting star, no pin bar, because no green candle before it. Insane volume. Highest volume ever today on DeFi. Well, highest volume ever on the weekly. Okay. Wow. Get wrecked, Larry. Get wrecked. We're going for a record here. Something that hasn't happened in a very long time. I don't even know if it's happened in years. IBIT down 6%, 2% after hours. BRR down 6%, and then almost 3% after hours. So you kind of get collectively wrecked. And then some very, very somber news for the miners. It's over. Yep. Bearish breakdown confirmed on the weekly today. This is where you say, unless they just recapture this randomly on next week, it's done, dude. This is where you're correcting, and gap fill could be a good target, 1360. But you would just be waiting for some sort of higher low to come in. And this is what happens after Momo shifts. Then the classic accumulation. Then you get a third higher low. And then people are just destroyed. But wow, there's still more than before. Yeah, that's a bad day today for these miners, man. Yikes, dude. Yikes, 200 week. Wow, that's nasty. Look at this. They just can't confirm top 1 and 2. 200 week resistance. Dump. Kind of in la la land. There's no real support here on BTBT. No support till $2. So it means you lose another, 33% plus your value. Hive. Yeesh. These inverse head and shoulders aren't dead or anything. They're just Okay, so I mean, like, what happens if it continues to draw down? Look, it's after hours down 5% again. Jeez, 10.84%, and then another 5% after hours. So imagine like something like this happens. It could be the most optimum entry on the weekly ever, where you're getting like a slightly higher low, double bottom, and it's all at an inflection point. This could, like, so you want to be paying attention to Hive around $3, and let's see if they can hold it, and we could somehow put in a higher low than we did in October. It could actually be a wonderful opportunity to add or go long. So we'll be eyeballing those next week for sure. But that's just the way that's how it is, man. Let's look at SDIG. The importance of taking profit, Larry. Yes. Take profit 1 at 771. Take profit 2 at 937. Yes, it overshot your target temporarily for like a day, and then within 2 days it was below your first target, and then the bearish back test the first target as resistance, the up thrust, back test of up thrust, and now you're marking down, see it back at 4. And this is it, man. Like, that's traditional trading, man. Buy low, sell high, and if it overshoots, congratulations. You got to have a plan, and you can't deviate from the plan. You can't deviate from the plan when the trade's over either. Because look what happens. You could have had this old Disney movie, you know, sailing off into the sunset trade. But if you let greed take over and you try to get back in, you lost it all. And, you know, in swing trade, I've learned it's not about making the money as much as it is keeping the money after the trade concludes, after the cycle ends for the whole market. That's the hardest part. Staying disciplined and not FOMOing in. You know, you're seeing these S coins pump, and you had a successful trade, but man, the gravy train's still going, and that's that composite man beckoning you to get in. He wants you. He needs that exit liquidity on those other ones. So again, man, it must be reinforced, this type of must be reinforced. Stick to your plan, don't deviate, and don't ape back. You got these limited windows to do the right thing. Enter, stop loss, and it runs. Look where it is right now. It's at 523 right now. But before, boom, boom, 1 and 2, exit, and then collapse. And hey, man, you might have another opportunity to re-enter back here at the same level you entered before. All right, man. Well, haven't even been live an hour. Well, yeah, man, we kind of looked over it, and crypto destroyed, man, absolutely wrecked. But getting wrecked at levels where it makes sense, right? Oh, yeah, the most reasonable level to ever imagine some sort of reversal happening, at least short-term reversal happening at an inflection point. Wow. Unreal. Yes, yes. How about we take a look at something less somber? Let's take a look at VLO Valero Energy and understand, yes, it's up 2.73%. Not really concerned. You have to understand what maybe is happening that has just happened. You have to understand. So reaccumulation ongoing on VLO, and it could fail, whatever. You know, it could be all over. But look, man, there's a line in the sand, and this line in the sand from 2018, an old all-time high, has been formally back tested as support. Not today, but 2 days ago, 3 days, 4 days ago, and then you got a nice candle off of that, a bullish Marabazoo, and the 200-day moving average, you can barely see it right there being defended. I mean, come on, man. That's what dreams are made of. You're long in an asset in an uptrend that just went through a correction, but the buyers are recapturing a key level from 2018, an ice line. So, PLO, let's see. This is what dreams are made of. You know, if this actually is real, look, the sellers captured the support, but they could do nothing. Too much demand. So the sellers relented, the buyers took back over, and now they have reconfirmed the validity of the old area that was once resistance, support is now confirmed support again. All coming off of one low, the second low, a third low. The rule of three, man. 1 and 2 and 3. Target easily 146, but if it's looking like it's like Wyckoff reaccumulation, it could be in the latter final phase of it, where eventually you break 146 and you go to the markup phase, to where I think fib extensions.
But I'm not done yet. Call right now and I'll triple the offer.
Thank you, Billy Mays. 1272 160. I mean, that's what it looks like it's setting up to for me. Okay. Inverse of crypto, literally the opposite. Like in an uptrend, recatching its footing. You broke the trend, man, Simo. I was going for an entire hour with nothing in the tip jar. I was going for it. I was trying to get it to happen, but you just literally ruined it, dude. Thanks a lot. Could you reverse that? Taking profits a high 700. It's about to. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about the thing got. Speaking of pin bars, bearish abandoned baby shooting stars. Remember the bearish abandoned baby shooting star? That's like the most legendary looking reversal pattern you could ever see on a chart on a day, like Japanese candlestick. That's so unbelievably amazing. Oh, I'm just gonna sell that. I see that. Nope, I wouldn't want to own that anytime soon. Look at the run you went on and how it concluded. It's like TA respect, man. They painted it like the Jesus. Michael Saylor himself is like, I got to make sure to paint this bearish abandoned shooting star, baby. Got to make sure so everyone knows. And look at it now. Since that pattern was painted, destroyed, down 10% the day, just about, down another 1.27%. Lowest daily candle close confirmed since November. Lowest close of 2024. Below 502, 522. It's just an inflection point from 2022. Unfortunately, it is a big level from like 2000. Yeah, it's a good swing high from 1999. Where do you buy VLO? On the New York Stock Exchange, Larry. But wait, there's more. Yeah, where is there? I don't know, man. Oh my God. I wonder, I really, really wonder on Occidental Petroleum Corporation. Are they doing it? They filled a gap here from December 13th and they're holding this level, 57. I wonder, dude, it looks like Wyckoff reaccumulation. If they can keep this up, man, eventually the seller's going to relent, buyer's going to take back over, and we're going to run to 67.60. Holy crap. What's up, Henry? Come on, man. We were going for a record, dude. Hess. Well, yeah, Hess. Yeah, I was trying to, I don't have that arrow pointed on. Oh, they were trying to defend the level, and they didn't. But still, as long as a higher low comes in than this low from December 8th, I think we're good. The uptrend's so freaking good, man.
China to me. China.
Anything above 130
China.
is probably
Thank
really good
you.
on Hess. China to me. China. Thank you, Henry, for the COVID. Thank you. Chevron. I don't think Chevron was really ever that great, man. I mean, it's still okay. It's probably the worst looking oil stock of all of them. Gross. But still, I mean, can't argue here. 140 being defended, kind of like Occidental, right? Marathon. Shoot, dude, such a freaking beast. I mean, this one looks like Bitcoin, doesn't it, in a way? Just keeps on going, defending the heartline as support. That's exactly what Ethereum did before it ran up to the top of the channel. Yeah, up 1.3% today. You know, most things are down. Dang, man. Let's look at BVN, the gold miner. Man, you want to see it? The dream. I mean, the absolute friggin' dream. I hadn't done anything in a few weeks now, but
Dollar DVN, please.
Devon Energy. Phil, sure. We'll look right now. Knock it out. I'm running out of time here, okay? AVS, thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Struggling Man, thank you for the 5-month support. Y'all amazing. Appreciate y'all for joining the, you know, this is, you're supporting the crowdsourced community and stream. So Devon Energy is now awful. Terrible. Like, wow. Went from, oh my God, we could do it. They're holding the level and these lower highs got put in and then you broke support and then look, there it is. Chat, there it is again. I can't escape it. We can't escape the shooting stars. We are amongst the cosmos. Wow. The shooting star happening where? Where there's good context, right? It's an inflection point from history and it's being painted there. That's always the best. And now collapsed today to a degree where it made the lowest daily close of the entire downtrend. Lowest daily candle close since December of 2021. Yikes. Man, it was looking promising there. But anything below 48, you're out. You cannot justify owning Devon below 48. I mean, that's the line in the sand, dude. It's everything. It's like Bitcoin's 40K. 40,665, man. Jeez. But before that. Correct. Thank you so much, Ivan. But before that, though, I mean, it was even more telling when you saw two confirmed highs that were certainly lower than the high before it on the weekly. Woof, the weekly. I don't think I've been here since this was painted. Been here in a while. So really, so the trend is your friend. Lower, like you topped out, the lower high, the lower low, the previous low. Okay, sideways consolidate. Oh God, and two lower highs than the previous highs, and now a lower high than the previous high, now a lower low than previous lows. Yikes, the downtrend continues. Assuredly. What does 100K means? It means, but 100K, but my 100K, I'm a normie. I just bought. ETF approval. Come on, dude. Everyone saying 100K Bitcoin now. Kathy Woods, 300K. Bearish argument. Although we're going to get kings, man. That's what but my 100K means. Like ignoring a bearish pin bar, ignoring the fact that the Bitcoin hit the 618 on the weekly, ignore the fact that it hit the measured move of the symmetrical triangle, ignore the fact that it hit overhead resistance, ignore all that. My 100K. I don't care. My 100K. Now. That's right. It's my money and I want it now. What do you mean what happened? Thank you. Thank you, dude. Yeah, and good Lord. Good Lord. If you thought it was bad on crypto and the miners, no, man. Shoot, dude. Just take a gander at like airline companies. There was a good trade set up in May on the Third Valley, ran up perfect, but then collapsed, made the lowest low seen since 2020, and rallied back above this key level. But look at it today, down almost 10%. And man, that is so ugly. We talk about, right? We just looked at one. This is the daily, and so you see it. It's so clear. It's like, wow, they tried twice, and at the 200 moving average, that's like reconfirmed. We're bearish. We're not great right now. This is not. Yeah, you're near an inflection point, but that right there is disgusting. Oh, Delta. All right, bro, let's go woke. Let's literally be racist. Let's be racist. Delta Airlines. Yep, they're racist. Super racist. And the market participants voiced their opinion today on what they thought of the new policy Delta Airlines has come out with. A 9% dump, the lowest daily candle close since December 5th. Let's go down to $31. You got to love it, man. I love exactly where it double topped at, too. Look, it was the level. It's been plotted. It's been here, 2014 peak. It's been respected. It's respected again. Let's dump this thing to 30. For the racist Delta Airline garbage trash that will end up killing hundreds of people, most likely, when it manifests itself. Okay? Like with what their actions, what they're doing, it will turn into something very bad. People will get hurt or die. Airlines destroyed. I mean, you know, the cruise lines destroyed too, but just half as bad. It's ugly. Wow, just beautiful channel. It's like unbelievable. Like you got this initial channel, they up thrust through it, they whipsaw one side, whipsaw the downside, but then they recover and they run back right back up to that supply line, and that's exactly where it reverses. And now your lowest daily candle close since December, testing that 200, could very well be on your way to 1440 again. Jeez. What did Delta do? I mean, it's not my opinion. I'll show you literally what they did, and you can be the person that makes the decision on what you think it is. Is it or is it not racism? You tell me, man. I mean, like from somebody that this right here. It doesn't. It says, race and ethnicity, style note, capitalized black and brown in Delta Communications. Unlike black or brown, white should be lowercase. When referencing race, ethnicity, nationality, be as specific as possible. That right there, man. I mean, you tell me. How do you feel if you are a white person? How would you feel? Feel like I'd never want to spend money with Delta ever again after that. Ever. Literally let them burn to the ground. But hey, man, I'm just reading it wrong, I guess. That's one of the most racist things I've ever seen an actual company do. I just don't understand, man. I just don't get it, bro. I need to be programmed. All right, man. Well, good to see y'all. I'll just be back later. Good luck. Y'all have a good one. Till next time, respect the TA.
People who are twice as wide should get a free airplane seat because of racism.